Hi, welcome again to another episode of our Git and GitHub series videos. If you have been following us, you will know that we've created our GitHub account. We've downloaded Git, installed Git on our local computer. We've also just downloaded VS Code in the last episode before this one. And now we're going to configure our Git on our local computer. Why do we need to configure Git on our local computer? Configuring Git means adding a username and an email to your Git in your local computer. If you're working with remote developers, remote team, they need to know who made a change to this repo, who added a new feature, and who is this bug coming from, who caused this error in this repo. Okay, with each commit that you make and you push it to the hosted repo, it is going to carry your name, or rather the username that you've imputed and the email address that you've attached to your local Git. This is very, very important when you're working with a team of developers who are outside. Now, moving forward, let's go ahead and use one of the terminals that we showed you in the Git installation video. We used Git bash, which is this one, Git bash. We also used command prompt, and we also used PowerShell, all right, which is this one. In today's video, I'm going to use Git bash, but any of these terminals can work. So feel free to use anyone that works for you. So let me go ahead and use Git bash. I'm going to open it. It's still loading up. Okay, so first I'm going to confirm that I have Git in this system. We know we have it, but just to confirm, Git version. Once it shows us the version of the Git in our system, we know that it is correctly installed and we can proceed. So the first thing, I'm going to try Git to add our username. But before I do that, let me tell you that we have two types of configuration. We have local configuration and global configuration. What is local and what is global? All of them are still working in the local computer, right, in your PC. So for the local configuration, it means that it will only work for a particular repo. I've initialized Git, or I've told Git to start tracking a particular folder that I have my project in, and I want to use a different name and a different username for that particular repo. Okay, it could be that you're working on a contract with a company and they give you a work email, and then you have a different name they call you by. You can just go ahead and set it up just for that particular project that you're working for that company. But for the global configuration, it is going to affect any new repo that you create or any new project that you're working on. Unless you set for a particular repo locally, then it will not carry the global settings that you set for it. Now let me go ahead and show you for the local configuration. It is just as simple as git config user.name, and then you give space, then put the name. Let's say I'm working for a company called Apex, and I just want to use this Apex front-end engineer. This is not a good name, but you have to put something reasonable, right? But just for the purpose of this, I want to use something like this. Once I hit enter, it will save this username for only that particular repo. I'm not in any repo currently, so I will not go ahead and click on enter. Okay, I will not go ahead and press enter rather. So the same applies for the email, user.email. Give space, then put my email. Okay, something like this. Then close it with a double quote. Once you press enter, it will be stored. But what I want to do exactly is a global Git configuration. So I'm going to do git config. Now this time I'm going to have global included, user.name, all right, double quote, and then I'm going to enter a real name and then press enter. Once I've done this, it does not output anything. It just confirms what I have added. So this username has been stored. We're going to confirm it later. And after that, I'm going to do for the email, git config, don't forget the global flag, user.email, and then I'm going to put my email. Okay, something like this, close with a double quote, then enter. There is no error, which means that it has saved my progress. Now let me go ahead and confirm this. To confirm that your username has been successfully saved, git config user.name. Without putting anything in quotes, you just press enter. It will output your username. Same applies for email. Git config user.email. Enter. It will output my email to show that it has been stored. Now there are other settings in Git that will not be going through in this video, okay? But if you want to view all the configuration settings for your particular Git in your local computer, you can just do something like this: git config hyphen list. Okay, now this will output a lot of details about my Git configuration on my local computer. A lot, but majorly the ones we do is this two: setting the username and then the email address. Also take note of this: init.default branch. It means the very first branch that is going to be created when you initialize Git on any repo is going to be main. All right, so having said that, we've just successfully configured our Git in our local computer, and we're going to be using this moving forward to start creating branches, adding features to projects, making commits, and then collaborating with other remote developers and pushing to our GitHub account. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Stay tuned.